Alright, so we are testing the stream again. We are checking audio. Maybe we're running a little bit later than I thought we would, and I am sorry about that. Hoping to get a thumbs up from my husband who can hear me. Thank you all for your patience. I have not streamed in 4 years. No one else is here. What's up?
Make sound.
Pop. Okay, so we're working. Yay, people are in. Okay. Now we're actually going to wait for the 4-minute mark. I'm going to do some pre-chatting just to get my voice warmed up. Oh my goodness, I am so out of practice with this. I don't even know what any of these buttons do. I just hit continue or new game and... Okay. It is 4 o'clock. Here we go. Thank you guys for coming back for another Marshmallowichi stream. I know it's been about 4 years, and I am sorry for that. Today we're going to be playing Touhou Mystia's Izakaya. Because I have taken a step back from Nintendo, we're going to be doing cozy games from now on. And no, we are not going to skip the prologue. Yeah, I know it's been a hot minute. I am sorry about that. What happened was I had tried to play Majora's Mask and something happened to the save data. I guess it corrupted and it completely deleted everything, so I stopped doing Majora's Mask. So I was like, okay, you know what, that's fine, that's fine. We can do Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door instead. And I was super excited to play it. It was going to be my husband's first time going through the game. And unfortunately, it didn't work either. Nothing saved. Everything corrupted. It all went horribly wrong, and it was disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. But after that, I was like, you know what, I can't do the streaming thing. Goodness, I had a thought, and I lost it. Oh yeah, I was doing, grocery delivery at the time, and I was super into it, and it burnt my body out something awful because it was a lot of heavy lifting. And I told myself I couldn't do an actual job, but I had no choice but to try again. And eventually it worked out pretty well. I eventually ended up with a job I like, go figure, in the restaurant business. And things have changed a lot since then. I am feeling a bit more confident in myself, though self-help is always going to be a work in progress, unfortunately. And as you can see, I have a new avatar. It was made by the lovely TsuruDraws on Picrew. I'm hoping to get an eventual actual model to make things a bit more official, you know, some custom art. I have someone saved on Goodness, I forgot how hard this was. I forgot how hard it was to stream. But, I have an artist in mind on Etsy. So hopefully, if this works out, I can actually get a proper PNG tuber that was not made on Picrew and is custom to me. But as you can see, it's definitely a different look, a lot more pastels. Before I was all monochromatic, black and white. And that has to do with some identity stuff that I'm working through. I'm trying to get comfortable in my own skin, be the kind of person I want to be, and the dark colors really weren't helping. I wanted to be not me. And so I was originally going to do a VTuber. I had him all set up. He was going to be this cute little sweets prince. I downloaded a model off of Etsy and I was super, super pumped. But unfortunately, I had a talk with my husband, Two-Faced. He's in the chat. Hello, thank you for supporting me for all this time and convincing me to get back into this. I had a conversation with him where he was like, it doesn't matter if you're going to be, you know, a fanboy avatar, you gotta stream for yourself. And I could not figure out why on earth that was upsetting me so badly. Because I was like, my avatar's cute. I have a cute VTuber. I set it up with my phone. I spent all that time working. And I thought, and I eventually ranted. And I ranted for a good 20, 30 minutes. God bless my husband for listening to me. I don't know how he puts up with this. But he was super, super kind. And he listened to everything I said. And it eventually boiled down to, I wasn't comfortable in my own skin. It felt like my own skin was crawling off just existing. So that Sunday we went and we got some super cute clothes at Goodwill. Only enough for one outfit because the other pants were kind of see-through and I can't work like that. But I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable in my own skin. I know I kind of look like a walking trans flag and I'm okay with that. I like the colors, I like the pink, I like the blue. I'm starting to like myself. And of course, I just want to let everybody know this is a stream that's friendly to anyone, you know, any type of orientation. As long as you're kind to each other, you're welcome here. And I'm happy to have you. So about the story. If you've seen this so far and are confused, that is totally fine. What's happening is we're this cute, adorable pink-hair girl named Mystia, who is a Night Sparrow yokai. And she is running an Izakaya to try and stop this gluttonous yokai who has been cursed to always be hungry. If she can't stop them, all of Gensokyo is pretty much doomed. Which is a lot of pressure to have on somebody. But, you know, we're doing our best. I'm trying to think of fun things to say because after streaming for 4 years, you kind of forget how to talk to yourself. You would think that would be completely normal to me considering I talk to myself 24/7. Even if someone's there, I'll be talking to myself, rambling. But... oh. Is my voice audio too loud? Give me a minute, let me fix that for you guys. Okay, testing. I've lowered the audio. Is it sounding a bit better, or do I need to lower it some more? A little bit lower? Absolutely. Testing again. Testing to see how it sounds. Okay, we're going down to halfway. Is this a little bit easier on you guys now? I'm sorry, I didn't want to be too loud. Okay, so it's fine for one of you. The other one is not fine. A little bit higher, okay. Okay, are we good now? Are we good? I'm gonna keep talking until my husband gives me a thumbs up. Oh goodness, my voice is crooped up. Okay, we're working. Thank you for your patience. Hopefully the settings in OBS save so I don't have to mess with this every time. Yeah, I'm a bird brain. As you can see, Mystia has forgotten everything about what had happened and just thinks of it as a strange little dream. But we're preparing for the Izakaya. I adore the pixel art in this game. I've always wanted to be able to do pixel art, but I'm not really even good at digital art. I only have a mouse to work with. I used to have a tablet, but unfortunately the drivers didn't update to Windows 11, so I wasn't able to do anything about it. So that's a bit of a shame, but I found a way to make it work, and I'm hopefully going to get some art of, well, me. Because I would like to have some more art. I made a thumbnail for YouTube on Canva, learning Canva. That's going to be a bit of a trick. Oh yeah, down here we have cute outfits, and I want to wear this one. Can I have? Thank you. But Goodness, I can't hold a thought to save my life. I don't know about you guys, but I have always struggled with holding a thought and actually talking it through. I even made notes. But unfortunately, I don't have the practice. I have the customer service practice. I can talk and sound pleasant and cheerful for you guys and do that side of things. But actually remembering what I'm talking about for more than 5 seconds has always been a bit of a struggle. As a kid, it was awful. I would have to write down my thoughts, and even then, I would have to have them, like, right in front of my face like a note card. I took, what is it called? Not speech therapy. I took a speech class in college to try and help, talk better. And it helped for a bit, but it wasn't perfect. I struggled through the class. I struggled to be myself, and being a queer person in a Christian college is always a living nightmare. I couldn't exactly find my footing. I passed my classes, and that was about all I did with college. My other classmates were getting their businesses started, getting published, and I barely made it through. Which reminds me that I got my 10-year, come back and see us at college. What's it called? Anniversary, whatever you call it. And I thought about going, and then I realized no one is going to remember me, because I had one friend in college, and I don't think Reunion, yes, thank you! Yeah, I was invited to my reunion, and I realized I only really knew one person there. And she and I haven't talked in a very long time. She and I haven't really said a word since we lived about an apartment over back when I was married to my first husband. Because, surprise to all you new people, I have been married before, I am divorced, and I am married again. So that is another change in the last 4 years. Fiancé status has been upgraded to a wife, husband, whatever you want to call it. Gender is a construct, and I refuse to play by its rules. As you can see, Kyoko right now is getting threatened by a bat with nails in it in order to pay off a debt that she can't handle. So we are handling it for her. 3,000 yen, about $30, give or take. Or our kneecaps get broken. Rest in peace. It doesn't sound too bad, and really it's not. For the most part, this game is what I would consider a cozy game. The only part that's really a nightmare is the final boss. That you just need to have some preparations for. But otherwise, you're just chilling out, you're running your little restaurant, and you are collecting ingredients during the day. To be honest, I don't really know if any of these characters are in character. I don't know much about Touhou to begin with. I've always thought the characters were really cute, but I've never actually played a Touhou game because I am trash at bullet hell games. I actually found this game because I was looking for games similar to the original Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar. This was back before the remake came out. And I wanted a game where I could build relationships with people but run a business. And I was offered some other ideas. There was Moonlighter, there was Dave the Diver, and none of them really caught my eye. I wanted something cute and cozy, and preferably not in the water, because I am terrified of deep water. But this was the only game that really stood out to me. And I was like, I don't know about Touhou, I don't know anything about these characters, but I'll give it a shot. And it has since become one of my favorite cozy games of all time. Mystia is explaining all of the controls, but I'm not paying attention because I have played this game more times than I can count on my Switch. The difference this time is that I'm playing without the DLC, so I have no idea what's different, I have no idea what's the same. I'm just gonna find out. One of the nifty things you can do early in the game is you can go here, get some Sparrow Sake. It's a lot expensive, a lot more expensive than the default drink, which I believe is green tea, which only sells for yen. The Sparrow Sake sells for 60 yen, which is a lot better. But yeah, as I was saying, I thought about going to my class reunion and... Oh! Sorry, if I'm a little delayed seeing your messages, it's because my phone has the chat and it is on my knee. I definitely need to get the ghost chat. So what I know is Misty is a bird brain and a total dork and my wife forever. I love her. You can't have her. Kidding, of course. Kyoko works at a shrine. She's Misty's best friend and they get along great. And it's time to start our Izakaya. And Chin is very greedy and can control cats as far as I can tell. I'll mention what I know about the characters as they come up, but it's not a lot. My experience with Touhou is this game, my excitement for the next game this creator's coming out with, which is a farm sim, as well as Touhoumon. And the extent of my knowledge there is, wow, these characters are cute. I love pixel art, which isn't much. As you can see, we only have 3. Oh. Sorry, I just realized you can see the ingredients at the bottom of these. I don't know if that was in the Switch version, but that is very convenient in helping me find the things to... Sorry, Reflex says get all of the cooking ware, and I don't have the space for that. So you can tell how much I played my post-game version. I love the pixel art, though. I have always been a big pixel art fan. I think it's super cool, anyone who can do it. If anyone could teach me, I would love to see a tutorial, because I would love to do this. I know you can do it in something as simple as MS Paint, because I remember making those little... They had bases on DeviantArt back in the day. I don't know if they still do. And you were able to just draw over them and make your characters. And my art was not very good back then. I don't really want to think about it. But if I could learn how to do pixel art, I think I could do some pretty amazing things. As it is, I want to finish an actual, like, pencil drawing turned digital of my avatar as Mystia, because that was going to be the YouTube thumbnail. Unfortunately, we're not quite there yet. I actually need to sit down and draw. I actually figured out how to put Fire Alpaca in OBS, so I could stream that sometime if anyone's interested. Like I said, we don't have a style. Oh, okay. Sorry, so used to the Switch version. I don't have a stylus to work with. All I have is a mouse and the sheer force of will. As you can see, Kyoko, our lovely barmaid, is giving people drinks, which helps a lot when I don't know the controls on computer. But, yeah, I am happy to be back with everybody. How is everyone doing? Did y'all survive the 4th of July alright? I've never been a big fan of the holiday. I like fireworks, I think they're pretty. Unfortunately, they're a little too loud for me, so they don't really feel safe. My cat doesn't like them much either. I think she spent most of the evening hiding in the bathroom. Which is amazing in its own right, because we spent the last age trying to get her to come out and socialize. We gave her a bath, a flea bath, so we thought that would hopefully cheer her up, and it certainly has certainly done the trick. She's socializing with people more, she's doing more than just being a little screamy girl, which is nice. I'm happy that she's feeling better. I'm happy to see 5 viewers. That's more than I kind of expected. Granted, I did kind of promote myself everywhere. Every Discord I could think of, I was like, I'm gonna reach out to everyone. Maybe someone will show up. And definitely I'll check out you guys' streams in turn, because I want to learn how to do this well. I'd like to think I'm better than just the average noob who sits around and doesn't talk, so I've at least got the talking part done. Unfortunately, everything else isn't. It was good. Still trying. Do you mean tired? Because knowing you, you didn't sleep enough. You probably went to bed at like 5 a.m. I love him. He's my husband. I'm allowed to give him grief. And thankfully, I am less obnoxious than I used to be about this. I watched some of my old streams on YouTube, and they could definitely use some work. I definitely want to keep improving and getting myself out there. But I noticed a lot of the time I would keep saying, you know, it's on sight, I'm gonna smack you, and I would never hurt my husband. He is like the light of my life. Number one husband simp right here. It was so strange listening to old me and seeing the way I used to talk. Yeah, that's what I thought. You didn't sleep till 5 a.m. I still support this guy, though. As long as he's getting enough sleep to function, that's all I can really ask for. Plus, maybe afterwards I can invite him for a nap with me. Cuddle time with the husband. That would be ideal anyways. As you can see, we're not making a whole bunch of money right now. We've only made 162 yen. So 3,000 yen seems like a bit of a nightmare to try to reach. Don't worry, we'll get it in time. I'm hoping we get some of the recipes they give you in the DLC version because I rely on those way too heavily. Eventually we'll get shops as well so we can do the whole spend money to earn money thing. And they are really loving grilled lamprey tonight. Goodness. I have never had lamprey. I've seen them. They horrify me. Eels are kind of creepy, but lamprey, they are a whole level of horrifying. But they look really tasty when I see them cooked. Closer to... Can you two please take care of yourselves, please? I worry so much about you guys. They're my housemates. I adore them. And they take care of me about as much as I take care of them. Honestly, they'd probably take care of me more than I take care of them. Because I'm not very good at taking care of myself. I forget to eat. I forget to do laundry. I'm grateful for them for putting up with me. This whole adulting thing is really, really hard, guys. I know I'm in my 30s now. I wasn't before my break, but I am in my 30s now. I should have this adulting thing down. But it's hard. You have work and chores and socializing. How on earth is someone supposed to keep up with that all? I mean, I'm better than I used to be. I can actually order for myself at restaurants now. The anxiety is lessening, so I'm going to count that as a win. As you can see, we are at the end of the night from the little clock in the top left corner. We didn't make a whole lot of money. We're going to work on that. Every journey starts with a single step. I don't remember which of these I played last. I'm just going to go over the first one. We're going to go from there. Day 2. We don't have money. We don't have shops. We don't have anything. But we have perseverance. Which I'd say helps in the long haul. Give me some more of that sparrow sake. Goodness, I wrote a list down of things to talk about, and of course my mind is going blank even with the list. Since the lampreys were so popular last night, we should probably stock up on those. I say as there are all the spots. Okay, that should hopefully be enough lamprey. We'll see. Because there's also one other spot we can collect lamprey from. And it is all the way down here. Because apparently that's the one thing people like from us right now. We'll get more recipes as we level up and befriend characters, but for now, we're working with the bare basics. Then again, as time goes on, you'll wish you had all the time in the world to check all the spots in one area. Because the further we go, the more areas we're going to unlock, and we're gonna need some extra ingredients to help us sometimes. Of course, later on we also unlock shops, like I said, so that's hopefully gonna give us a hand. But back at the Izakaya again. I hear all the things in the house. Okay, you know what? I wasn't gonna mention this, but you know what? Someone told me this horrifying story, so now I get to inflict it on you. Did you guys know that the horrific event 9/11 in some way caused 50 Shades of Grey? I saw an article on that the other day, and I'm just like, you're kidding. There's no way that's legit. But okay, hear me out. 9/11 happens, the world feels hopeless. Then across the pond, across the ocean, we have My Chemical Romance, who sees that and is like, wow, that's horrible. That feels hopeless. Let's make music about it. And they do. And the music gets really, really popular. I should know, I'm a total emo kid. But the music gets real popular, and after that, inspires all kinds of crazy works, including a little-known vampire and werewolf romance called Twilight. Okay, so maybe not that little-known. I wish it was. Wish I hadn't been afflicted with it. But one of their songs, Famous Last Words, was actually the inspiration for Jacob Black. I don't know how true that is. All I know is that song is an absolute banger. So, Twilight was an absolute hit, inspired all kinds of fan fiction. One of those pieces of fan fiction was about a quiet, soft-spoken office girl and her very demanding CEO future boyfriend, and it got a little dark and heavy. Sound familiar? There we go. That's 50 Shades of Grey. I still don't think those things should be related, but I don't think I get the say in what's related to what in the grand space of cosmos. And again, Lamprey is really popular. But yeah, that's your little fun fact of trivia. Special thanks to Fairy the Art Hog for giving me that story, because I could hardly believe it, so I had to inflict it on other people. I really can't wait till we get more recipes and more card space, because as much as I love miso soup, that's not gonna give us the big bucks. Then again, 3 tables isn't really gonna help either. Small businesses, huh? I say as this is kind of a small business for me. I have a lot of dreams and aspirations related to streaming, related to a lot of things really. I am on the path to affiliate, and right now last I checked I had 21 followers, and I just have to do a whole bunch of streaming, which sounds like a win-win to me. I like streaming, I like talking to people, and I like playing games. So hopefully that gets somewhere, because my other aspirations haven't exactly worked out. Last we talked, I'd published a novel and a short story. Since then, I have published 2 novellas and another short story under a different name. Check me out at Alexis Kemble on Amazon if y'all want. If not, that's totally understandable too. But writing hasn't really hit off, and I've kind of burnt myself out on writing. I used to love it. I used to feel like that was what I was called to do, if that's how you want to put it. But the more I tried to force myself to write, the more I couldn't. It was just blank page syndrome. Maybe I tried a little too hard. Maybe I compared myself a little too much to other people. And that's the worst thing you can do, isn't it? Comparing yourself to other people. You can learn from other people, but comparison is... Oh, we're done? Night over, I guess. But yeah, comparison is the root of all evil, I think. That and money. And now we have our first special visitor. When I first saw Wriggle, I thought she was a guy. I thought she was a cute little femboy, and I was totally into that. But no, she is the Lord of the Fireflies, and she loves bugs. She's a little weird, a little dorky, and I totally admire her. Also love how we were just about to completely ignore her. Imagine if you went into a restaurant and you were totally excited to see your friends, eat some good food, and they just ignored you. No, don't get a bigger boot. Wriggle's a good girl. I mean, she's kind of a gremlin, but yeah. But yeah, imagine going into a restaurant and getting excited to eat food and people tell you to leave. Like, I would be mortified. I wouldn't come back. I'd be like, okay, it was nice to come here. I'm never coming back. So, as you can see, this recipe is not going to work out, but it's teaching you can make special dishes for customers. Part of me wonders if we're getting it wrong on purpose just to mess with Wriggle. Bless her heart. But yeah, she dislikes mild, she dislikes vegetarian, she just likes chillable. So we're learning things. And the more we make our customers happy, the better tips we'll give. The better tips we get, the more things we can buy. Fun little vicious loop. That's another reason I like this game. I like games with loops. I like having a nice consistent story to go off of and being able to plan my day around whatever I need to get done. I guess that's part of why games like Grand Bazaar appeal to me so much. I have a daily goal, and that changes based on the day so it doesn't get too boring, and I end up having a lot of fun. Honestly, that's one of the games I plan on playing on stream eventually, Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. I've got it saved on Steam, and I know it's on sale right now, but unfortunately, I don't quite have the money. Please don't take that as me begging for tips or anything. I'm just saying I was sick for a week, and work did the best they could with me, and I respect that. I'm not sick anymore as far as I can tell. A little crouped up, but I'm hoping I continue getting better. But yeah, Kyoko's giving us all the advice. I'm not really paying attention to what she's saying, but it sounds like we are gonna spend money to make money, which is fine by me. Let's see. There's what I'm looking for. So we have 3 recipes. We need seaweed, lamprey, radish, and tofu. Let's see if they have anything. Okay, so they do not have the recipes they do in the DLC version. That's going to make it a little bit harder. I'm going to get that. Yeah, we're spending almost all of our money to get what we need to run a... I did not want to talk to you again. To run a successful Izakaya. And now we gather ingredients. It's a simple loop. It's a relaxing loop. After a hard day, this is the kind of game I put on, and I can just chill and relax and not have to worry about life struggles so much. I mean, that's the goal, isn't it? To just survive. I'm trying to think of what to say. I swear I had a better handle on this 4 years ago. I am happy those who showed up did show up. I wasn't really sure what to expect, and I was a little scared I'd be talking to like an audience of 1. Did I get both those spots, or did one disappear? I think I only got 1. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I was hoping to stream for maybe 2 hours today, have a little bit of fun, talk to you guys. I don't exactly know the next time I'll be able to stream. Unfortunately, unlike I did 4 years ago, I don't have the free schedule I used to, so I have to be a little more picky about when I do things. But I'm thinking ideally it's going to be either Thursday or Friday this week. Next week? This week? Sundays always confuse me. I thought I bought drinks. Did I not buy drinks? You know, I think I canceled out of the shop without buying anything. That would be my luck. That's okay, we're gonna make it work. A little miffed because we could have had 3 more drinks to put on our menu, but I'll just remember next time. Someone remind me in the comments, alright? But we probably won't have too many special visitors in the beginning, but once you get used to this and more of them start coming in, they're going to be your main source of money. Keeping them happy is the ideal. Wriggle is our first. Chin will eventually join us. The rest, I'll leave up to a surprise. Let's see, what else can I talk to you guys about? I'm quiet because I'm thinking, bear with me. Oh yeah, I guess I should say where I'm at now in life. Because it has been 4 years, and I am very sorry it's been 4 years. But life hit like a truck. When we last talked, I was having issues with my parents, setting boundaries. Even though I lived with my husband, fiance at the time, I had a lot of pressure on myself to support my husband, who had an awesome job at the time. Chin! Yay! Chin's visiting us. I lost my train of thought. This is gonna be a running gag, isn't it? I'll have a train of thought and then I'll lose it. Okay, so Chin is special visitor. She's gonna tell us what she wants. She likes sweets, she likes fruity drinks. She's also a cat, so she likes fish. So we're gonna give her a grilled lamprey. We're gonna add some honey to it, and that's what we're gonna give her. She wanted something fruity. Unfortunately, I was a dork and I forgot drinks, so we're just going to have to give her some tea, and she's going to have to like it. Yes, I know, I am the embodiment of the dog liking the squirrel. But yeah, she likes aquatic. They want some tofu. What was I talking about again? God, I feel like that Baby No Money song, ADD. She also likes greasy, so this is going to be the best we can do for her. I wonder how she'll feel about sparrow sake. Maybe she'll like that and we can make a little bit of extra money. Oh yes, where I was 4 years ago. So, ooh, she did not like that. So we will be giving her tea. As you can see, if someone dislikes what they gave you, or what you gave them, they are going to ruin your combo, which means less money. Which sucks, but that was my fault for experimenting. I really wish I had those extra drinks right now. Yes, 4 years ago. Sorry, bear with me. I will get better at this, I swear. So like I said, I was having trouble setting boundaries. I was running myself ragged with grocery delivery because I told myself I couldn't hold a real job. And mind you, I was wrong. I just needed to find the right job to maintain myself. I wanted to be someone I wasn't. And it caused me a lot of stress. It caused me to stop streaming. I just really... I thought she liked that. Am I giving her the wrong thing? Either way, I'm feeling more comfortable in my skin. I have a job that I actually enjoy. I help out in a restaurant, actually. Nice little hibachi place. And I take orders, I handle phone calls, I serve food. And honestly, it's the happiest I've been at a job. I know those emojis mean something, but Lord, I don't know what they mean. But I'm hoping, now that I'm feeling a little more secure in my job, in myself, in life, I can pursue things that I really care about. I want to get better at streaming. I want to get better at writing. I really, really want to get better at socializing. I've made progress. I can talk to people. I can order my own food. And that may seem like a little thing, but for me, it really wasn't. For a long time, I was afraid to even leave the house. So I'm hoping to keep taking these little steps to become the kind of person I can actually be proud of. We'll see how that goes, and I hope you join me every step of that journey. It would really make me happy if you did. Oh goodness, she's hungry. And Two-Face has sent more emojis. No, we are not putting pineapple on pizza. No disrespect to anyone who does like pineapple on pizza. It's just an abomination. Personally, it is a personal abomination. I am a super picky eater. Ooh, we got a new recipe. Half the things that this Izakaya serves, I would probably never ever try, just because I'm so picky. I haven't even really started eating vegetables until recently. Misty is now telling us how to do cooking in advance. That doesn't really help us any, so... I mean, it would if you struggle keeping up with orders, but for me, it kind of just seems like a waste of money. Two-Face is putting in all the emojis. Well, as long as he's having fun. Okay, so we're getting the drinks. We're getting those. And this time we're hitting I hit B. Y'all, I figured out what it is. The B and the A are in separate spots on this and the Switch, I think. So I'm pressing the wrong button. There we go. That's what we're supposed to see if we order food. Two-Face is having a little bit too much fun, I think. But hey, as long as he's happy. I would say happy wife, happy life, but I don't think my husband would like being called my wife. But yes, we actually got our ingredients. Dang, Two-Face is running this chat by himself. As long as he's having fun, I guess. Oh yeah, we could probably use some more of that sparrow sake. Is it still there? Yes, it is. Only 5, but that'll do. We probably need more lampreys. Oh yeah, what do we need to make the rice ball? Just seaweed? Seaweed is gonna become our friend, it looks like. Oh goodness, I've already been going almost 40 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Admittedly, I'm not doing anything too special in my opinion. I'm having fun, I'm talking with you guys. I'm feeling comfortable. I thought it would be a lot harder to get back into streaming after so long off, and I'm feeling a little proud of myself for taking that step and deciding to give things my best shot. I've always been very risk averse, so the fact that I'm here with you, I think that means I've taken a few steps, and more emojis. I think that means I've taken a few steps towards the kind of person that I want to be. And I know my goals are still quite a ways ahead of me, but one day I'd like to be more comfortable in myself. I'd like confidence and creativity, and I'd like to take that journey with you. Oh, and we were taught how to sing. We were taught some special skills, and I could apparently walk during that cutscene. Ooh, I like the little cat with the sunglasses. I've always been more of a cat person. Okay, that is a dang lie. I used to be a dog person. I love dogs. I had Chihuahuas. Even as a kid, I had like a black and a brown lab. I wasn't good at naming them, so they were named Blackie and Brownie, but I used to really love dogs. And back when I was doing grocery delivery, I had delivered to a person out in the country, and their 2 dogs were out roaming around. And I didn't think anything of it. It was a normal day. I loaded their stuff into their car, and I was getting back in my car when one of their dogs takes a huge chunk out of my leg. Like, we're not talking stitches level pain, but it was like I had to go to the doctor and get a shot because I didn't know if the dogs were vaccinated, which was kind of scary. Yes, dear, I love you too. But ever since then, I've been afraid of dogs. I like little dogs. Chihuahuas are fine. Chihuahuas are my favorite breed of dog, and maybe that's a bit of a controversial take, considering how mean everybody is to them. But, oh hey, Rickle came back. But I'm more of a cat person these days. Yeah, I know they have claws and sharp little teeth, and that they're little chaos gremlins. I know that. But they're just a lot less scary than dogs. Okay, so Wriggle likes meat. He likes some weird stuff. She likes some weird stuff. Sorry, Wriggle. I think our best bet... She didn't like mild. Let's try this. Give her a little bit of meat. Give her something sweet. Give her something weird. It's not going to give us a lot of money, but it's going to give us a start. She wants something low alcohol. She's not really picky, as long as it's chillable, so we'll give her this. Because it's the most expensive drink we have. And there we go. She loved it. She's now going to give us some fireflies to float around her little Izakaya. Oh, she liked it so much she wants more food immediately. Can do, Wriggle. Can do. But yeah, if you give customers what they like, they'll end up supporting your Izakaya and giving other customers more of a reason to show up. That's why I tend to prioritize those customers. They also just pay better. And Chin came back. Going to double check what Chin likes so this time I don't upset her. Because last time she didn't like something we did. I'm not sure what. Maybe it was the drink. Maybe I don't know. She didn't like something we did. That's all we know. Wriggle loves us though. Wriggle's our new best friend. Okay, what does Chin like? Something with oil. Okay, that's not the right button. Oh yeah, we have these little tips and tricks. So what we're gonna do, she likes aquatic, she likes sweet, and she likes fruity. And Wriggle still wants more food. So we'll cook her something up. She wanted something fruity, so we're gonna give her the fruity sour. Give them their food, give her her drink. As you can see, the special customers, they take your choice of drinks, so Kyoko is not going to help us there. Why does she not like it? What am I doing wrong for Chin? I thought she liked sweet. Yeah, it says she likes sweet. What am I doing wrong? Oh well. Wriggle likes us. Wriggle's our new best friend. We're gonna keep Wriggle happy. Oh, and, you know, would help if I didn't look away from the screen right when that happened. Kind of have to pay attention when you cook. I have to do that in real life too, to be honest. As you can see, we didn't pay attention, so it turned to mush. We lost all our ingredients we used in that. That's okay, we can get more. Let's not miss the note this time. We'll discard that. To be honest, I am not much of a cook in real life. I can't cook to save my life. I'm kind of not allowed in the kitchen. I say that I'm allowed in the kitchen. My husband just would prefer to do the cooking himself. What is wrong with her? She likes aquatic. This is aquatic. It's grilled. What am I doing wrong? Fruity and dry. I swear I'm doing something wrong, and I'm like trying to figure it out. And of course now everybody wants grilled lamprey now that I'm trying to do an actual thing. Okay, maybe if we talk to her, she wants a dry drink. Okay, she wants dry. What is dry here? This is dry. Okay, Chin, do you like this? She liked it, okay. And we had Rumia come visit. Hello, Rumia. For what I know about Rumia, she is some sort of darkness yokai. She apparently can't see or something. She's goth but cute. That's about the extent of my knowledge. She wants something fruity this time. So that means the blue drink is not going to be a good option because it is not fruity. Okay, I think we're making progress. I think we're figuring out what exactly was wrong with Chin. The problem was me. The problem was I don't know how to listen to people, and I don't know how to cook them food they like. Which is unfortunate. But hey, as long as we figured it out, we're making progress. That's all I can really ask for. But yeah, I'm not allowed in the kitchen. Or so I say. Truthfully, I'm the type of person who burns water. And I'm sure if I kept practicing... she wants signature and she likes soda. Okay. So she also gets grilled lamprey. Everybody gets grilled lamprey. Call me Oprah with the way I'm handing out grilled lamprey, I guess. Sorry, I saw my husband move out of the corner of my eye and I'm immediately like, I've done something wrong. And that's just my own personal anxiety. He is having fun with those emojis, isn't he? But yeah, apparently I just don't know how to play this game. What does she want this time? Signature dishes, I can still do that. We are gonna have to get some more lamprey, guys. Has anyone even had lamprey? What is it like? I've gotta imagine it tastes like eel. I haven't tried eel either. The hibachi place I work at has eel. Or specifically eel rolls. So I'm assuming it would kind of be like that. Or it's kind of got like a smoky barbecue flavor, but I'm not sure if that's for all eel or just the eel we serve. I see. I will miss you. Be safe. I say as if he's not moving just across the house. Goodbye, Rumia. We love you. Apparently the only one we don't really love is Chin. Which is fair because she has demands that we could not meet. Yay, brand new day. So now we're getting the newspaper. The newspaper is going to give us little quests that we wouldn't know about otherwise. It's also going to tell us what foods are popular. So right now it's just saying, hey, we started an Izakaya and vegetarian foods are popular. Okay, good to know. We can cook vegetarian. But first thing we're going to do is we are going to get some more stuff. I typically like to have in the beginning at least 20 of each item, especially if it's something we're going to be using frequently. Should I get meat? Probably. I'm gonna keep pressing the wrong button, apparently. I hate how consoles can't just have a consistent button layout. Like, all the systems should just have the same button layout. And then I can easily switch. Yes, I have love for you? Oh my gosh. Don't worry, guys. We constantly give each other crap. That is our love language. Teasing and harassing each other. And I'd at least like to think we have one of the healthiest relationships between all the people we know about. Maybe that's a bit of a biased opinion. But considering he and I have been together since 2018, I believe, April 2018, I mean, I'd have to be at least a little biased. I married the man. Oh yeah, we needed meat, didn't we? I'm so used to there being like a jukebox over there, thanks to the DLC. DLC adds like a little rhythm game mode, which is kind of cool. But Two-Face, I promise I'm trying to read the chat, but the chat is on my knee. So I keep having to look back and forth. Hopefully we have enough meat to satisfy Rumia. But hey, we're making progress. Every day we're making a little bit more. No, thank you, sweetie. I have a drink still. I have the one from Subway. Because we went to Subway before we started the stream. Because otherwise I would not have eaten until after the stream. Because he promised me he was going to make me beef pasta. And What? Beef pasta can wait. I need to figure out what's going on. What do you mean you're us from another Colette world? What does that mean? Just get creative. A certain phantom musician had an affair with her fan in my Izakaya? No, I'm like, what? I have no idea what's going on right now. You think with how many times I played this, I would know everything that happens, but... Oh, what did they drop? A manga? Okay. I don't know what that is. But we have it now, and I am sorry for clearing my throat on stream. I am not used to talking this long, but that is okay. But yeah, Two-Faced promised me beef pasta after this. Before 4 years ago, I would have turned that down immediately. I swore I hated, shoot, what is it called? Two-Faced, what is it called? I can't think of the name. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Hamburger Helper, oh my god. But yeah, I swore I hated Hamburger Helper and would never, ever, ever eat it. And that's what I kept telling myself. And Two-Face was like, just try it, because we were on food stamps at the time, and that was something we could actually afford to eat. And ever since I've tried it, it's become one of my favorite foods. Yes, peasant food that tastes from heaven. Absolutely, 100%. Beef pasta has absolutely become one of my favorite foods since then. And I've always been a bit of a picky eater, so that's saying something. I'll get the same food like 100 times over from the same restaurant, never get tired of it. Getting me to try something new is a huge accomplishment. Probably not what I would have made 4 years ago, so I'm proud of myself. And I'm also hungry, but I promised the stream would be 2 hours. Oh my goodness. Bear with me, guys. I'm fighting allergies. It's that time of year. They keep cutting the grass. And I'm just a little crouped up. What? Why did you send me sand? Actually, I probably shouldn't ask why you're sending me anything, because you're just going to send me more random emojis. And I cannot even begin to imagine how that looks on my stream right now. I see we have some new viewers. Welcome in, guys. Welcome to me playing Touhou Mystia's Izakaya. I'm just playing it casually. I'm mainly just playing it because it's a super cozy game that I don't have to think too hard about while I talk to you guys. Now, once I get to the final boss, that's going to change. I'm going to have to go into ultra focused mode. But we will cross that bridge when we get there, and that's going to be a couple of streams until we do. I mean, I'm sorry, I just thought, oh, we're actually having more streams, and I got all excited. I've really wanted to stream with you guys for quite a while. I wanted to come back to this, and I kept thinking, eventually I'll have the courage. You know, just one day. But eventually turned into, I'll never be able to do this again. I wasted my chance. And I lost faith in myself. If it hadn't been for me trying to become a VTuber, I don't know if I would have actually had the courage to step up and try to achieve my dreams. And I know I have a long way to go to reach any goals, but this is for Wriggle. The journey starts with a single step, that's the saying. Oop, not that one. Wriggle's apparently very hungry. She apparently very much likes the food we cook. And maybe that's because I'm giving her 6 yen rice balls and loading them up with goodies. But if that's what it takes to have a consistent customer, that's what I'm gonna do. At least we have drinks that cost more than 1 yen. I just wish our regulars liked the Sparrow Sake. Because then we'd be making a lot more, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Oh, we are getting popular tonight. We have a line of people waiting to come into our Izakaya. I think another reason I actually gave this game a shot, I'm a sucker for the light novel Restaurant to Another World. It is my favorite light novel of all time. And it's not for everybody. A lot of people don't like it because there's no stakes, it's just a bunch of short stories about food. But for me, this game feels like that book. It feels like I'm just making friends and cooking good food and making a difference. And maybe that's a little silly to think that way. I mean, it's just a game and all, but it's just that warm, cozy, happy feeling that keeps me coming back. Granted, Restaurant to Another World isn't the only anime I like that falls into that restaurant genre. I can't think of the English name of the other one. There's another one with a similar premise, and of course, I own the manga, but I can't think of what it's called. Go figure. I've wanted to branch out and try other ones like campfire cooking with my absurd skill and other light novels. One small hop for E.G., one big leap for Frog. I wonder if there are any frog yokai in this. I know there are kappa, but I think those are more like turtles than frogs. I don't know. I have never actually given that a lot of thought. Oh, what are we being told to do now? Oh, hey, we're actually getting to befriend people. This is honestly one of my favorite parts of the game because you never know what people are going to say next. So we find out Rumia is obscured by darkness all the time. Yeah, I think kappa are more like turtles, though. Alright, what does Rumia have to say? She flies wherever she feels like, and she just kind of vibes. You know what, I can deal with that. Maybe not all the black, but just chilling and living every life every life, every day to the fullest is something I can get behind. She's telling us to cook something. Tofu. Of course, she has no idea if it was actually tofu because Rumia has no thought, head empty. Let's give her some tofu and see what she says. She still doesn't know if it's tofu. But she's giving us a recipe. So we now have stinky tofu, and we have a quest. We have to have her try the stinky tofu. What does it take? We just need some chilies, which I wish we bought beforehand. That's on me. I should have remembered. But then again, I'm just here to have a good time. As Two-Face spams the chat. Let's get some more drinks. Not go too crazy on them. But let's get those. Let's get some pork. I think that still gives us plenty of money to work towards making enough for Chin so she doesn't bust her kneecaps open with her bat. I am not sure if that's something Oh, hey, Chin. I'm totally not just talking about you. I'm not sure if that's something I can even say. Hey, thank you for coming to our shop, Chin. We love you. You clearly don't like anything we have to cook, but we love you. But yeah, the better friends you become with people, the more you can get ingredients from them, you can get drinks from them, or the key thing, you can get recipes, and that's going to be our main method of getting recipes. Chin apparently likes to talk crap, but I'm guessing, a softie. Okay, so we just have to have her try the new recipe. And what does that take? Trout. Do we have trout? I don't know. That's salmon, so I'm assuming trout we got from the river. So I'm going to assume, yes, we do have enough. And then Wriggle is over here. She wants to play with us. Mystia wants nothing to do with her because, ew, bugs. Which, on the one hand, relatable. On the other hand, Wriggle is so cute. I think I could pass on hating bugs for maybe 5 minutes to give her the time of day. Alright, she is teaching us something about boiled eggs. Come on, give us the details. She wants dew. We have dew. What do you mean couldn't we have gotten more? I'm doing the best I can. I just started the game, Wriggle. Brownie Neko Mimi. Yeah, that is Chin. I've got to find a better way to have my chat. I should get one of those iPhone holders. Because I was going to get one anyways, in case I ever become a VTuber. Like, hoping I get enough money to actually get a custom avatar, because I kind of want to look and feel like myself, and that's not going to happen if I don't have a custom avatar. But apparently I'm going to have to get that phone holder so I can actually keep my chat up and not look down at my knee every 5 seconds and possibly mess something up. So apparently my husband and I are going to have to make a shopping list for things I have to get to become a proper streamer. Why did the other spot have to disappear? I was going to check it out. Oh well, what can you do? But yeah, if any of you guys have tips on how to become a better streamer, I would love to hear them. I want to learn everything I can because once I get into something, I give it my full energy and attention. I don't know for how long I can do that, considering ADHD is a thing, but I think as long as I give it my best shot, I'm bound to improve eventually. Alright, so we only have so many spots for food, and oh, I don't have eggs. Well, that's a problem. That is an unfortunate problem. So Chin wants that. I'm going to need to get the frying pan so I can make that when Romeo shows up. Because you don't have to have a recipe there to make it for people. Okay, yeah, I think that's gonna be our best bet if we want to make all the recipes. Two-Face, please stop spamming the chat. I don't know what it looks like. That's what we need to make the stinky tofu, right? A frying pan. You'd think I would know this after all the times I played it. Dude, I should make an autism creature emoji. I love the autism creature. I vibe with them so hard. All I'd have to do is, like, find a transparent version and I can make it an emoji, right? Because I'm sure I'll have plenty of autism creature moments. Yippee! And all that. I'm not ashamed of my autism. I'm proud of it. When I tried to avoid it, it just made things worse, so now I lean into the side of me that is autistic. If I want to hyperfixate on something, I will. If I want to info dump, I have an amazing husband who will listen to me. I'm tired of running away from the kind of person I am. And maybe some people won't accept that side of me, and maybe that's a bit unfortunate, but if I keep trying to be someone I'm not going to get anywhere at all. An ET flavored autism creature. Oh my gosh. Hello, hi, welcome in. I did start a new game. I thought it would be pretty chill since I'm more used to playing on... Wait, is it? Okay, it's this version. Some of the recipes look the same, but yeah, I did start a new game because I typically played this on the Switch. I was honestly really curious how different the game was without all the DLC just automatically handed to you. And I already missed some of my typical recipes already. No, you are totally fine. I'll try to give you a better heads up next time. I'm just happy to have you with us. I was a little worried you had other things to do today. Because I understand how busy everyone can be. Heck, I can't even commit to a definite schedule right now with how busy my own life is and how things are at work. One of my coworkers, we're pretty lax at work, so there's not usually any problems. Unfortunately, my coworker, she just got a boyfriend, so she's just kind of decided to skip work sometimes if she doesn't want to go. So when my boss, who is technically a coworker, technically a boss, it's kind of weird. When she asked my coworker, "Hey, can you make it for Friday?" My coworker is like, probably," which means probably not. Which means even though I would really like to stream on both Thursday, Friday, and Sunday next week, I am probably going to have to pick and choose my battles. Yes, I did kind of forget. I woke up at noon today because I thought my stream started at 2. I was so excited to stream for the first time in ages that I completely forgot what time I said I was starting. And I wake up, I check my little promo, see, oh yeah, when do I start again? In 4 hours. I'm like, oh, I woke up early for nothing, huh? Which is fine. I got plenty of sleep. I went to bed semi-early last night. I say as if 1 p.m. is early. Oh my god, tier 1 sub! Thank you, thank you. I don't really know how subs work. I don't know how anything works. Oh no, Wriggle's here and I can't make her dewy eggs because I forgot to buy eggs. I'm sorry, Wriggle. I love you. But yeah, if someone could explain how subs work or how Twitch works in general to me, I would be forever in your debt. I have no idea what I'm doing. In the words of Hellfry, it's all instinct, Mr. Freeman. I'm scared. Another thing about my autism, I'm gonna be quoting random stuff, so if y'all don't get a reference, just ask. Oh, not that one. Just ask if you don't get any references. If I see it in the chat, I will happily explain what I'm quoting. If I don't, hopefully my husband knows, because he listens to me quote things 24/7, so I hope he knows my little vocal stems by now. Let's see. Chillable drink and miso soup is popular. I could honestly go for some miso soup. Oh, Wriggle actually likes salmon? Never thought about that. But I do like miso soup. Apparently, so do my customers at work, because they keep asking if we have miso soup and they get disappointed when we say no. They've also asked if we have salads, and I'm like, sir and or madam, this is a sushi place. We have hibachi. We have all kinds of hibachi, a lot of different delicious proteins. We have sushi. We do not have salad. We do not have miso. We do not have tofu. I'm sorry. I promise the food will be delicious. No. Yep, that is definitely one of my other vocal stems. Because I am very passionate about Pikmin. If I ever get a capture card, I really want to play Pikmin 4 for you guys, because that game is so cozy and it reminds me of the Secret World of Arietti. The other Pikmin games are fine, but they don't have the coziness factor of 4. And I know a lot of people are kind of upset about that. They don't really vibe with it. And I get it. It really went in its own direction. But task expense. What does that mean? I've never noticed that before. But I know Pikmin 4 isn't everyone's cup of tea, but it's definitely mine. Okay, see, now we have a quest. Pikmin! Yes, Pikmin is so good. I think if I had to pick my favorite type of Pikmin, it would actually be yellow. Ah, here's our quest. So, this old man is going to want us to hang some lanterns around. Luckily, we'll know exactly where he wants us to because of these nice little sparkles. I like that they make the quests a little bit easy, a little bit straightforward in this. The final boss is anything but if you're just playing casually, this really is just a good game to chill out with and take it easy. Unfortunately, we did not give anyone the special food they wanted last night because Chen and Rumia didn't show up, and we didn't have eggs for Wriggle. Alright, there we go. Completed the quest. What do we get? Ooh, roasted mushrooms. I could go for some. That sounds delicious, actually. I'll tell you, I used... Ooh, Pikmin Bloom. I've meant to try it. I haven't yet. But roasted mushrooms sounds so good. I used to never eat mushrooms. I thought they were disgusting. But I would always get something with mushrooms at Panda Express. I think it was the mushroom chicken. Yeah. And I would always just put aside the mushrooms because I would refuse to eat them. We used to play a card game at the time, and a friend of ours was like, "You're not gonna know you dislike mushrooms if you never even try them." And I'm like, I know I dislike them. And he's like, well, prove it. And I'm like, fine, I will prove it, and I'll prove that I'm right. Because I hate being wrong. Go figure, once I put the mushroom in my mouth, it became one of my favorite foods ever. That's another thing they ask for at my restaurant. They ask for mushrooms, and dude, if we could have mushrooms in our grilled veggies, I would get those all the time. They're already delicious enough with the zucchini, carrots, and broccoli. If they added mushrooms, I'd be done for. Yes, and onion, but I never get it with onion. Yes, he did roast me into eating mushrooms. Yeah, I tried Pikmin Go a long time ago. I don't get around a lot. I typically just stay at home, so I didn't really see a point. But I might give it another shot just so I can have some Pikmin, because I've seen them have those cute little outfits. And I need to take care of them. I need to love them. Alright, let's try this again. We have eggs, so we can make what Wriggle wants. We have chili, so we can make what Rumia wants. Let's see. We'll do you and you, you, and you. It's not ideal menu, but we're working with a limited menu right now, so we're gonna do the best we can. Ooh, I want to know all the secrets. Tell me. I would love to know. I love secrets. Love learning new things. Honestly, if I could, I would go back to college if I wasn't absurdly in debt to college. Because I had a great time just learning. I had fun in my classes. I admittedly went for a major that didn't really interest me because my parents pushed me into getting one that would make money. So I did, basically journalism, and since I had severe social anxiety at the time, it was miserable. I would have been happier if I just stuck to writing and learned everything I could. Ooh, message. Yes, I would like to see the... What? Why was that message censored? Why was Wally Wonk censored? Oh yeah, I did know that. That's why I made sure we had all of the, I don't have the utensil for Wriggle. I just realized that. Well, heck. That's not ideal. Well, I hope Chin or Rumia show up. Wriggle, why do you do this to me? I love you, Wriggle, but why do you do this to me? Actually, can we put meat in this? We can put meat in this. Let's see. I think she also likes raw, so we're just gonna try this. Wriggle, if you hate this, I'm so sorry. I love you. Oh, really? I never thought of it like that, because I had honestly never realized I liked writing short fiction until I took a short story writing class in college. I even published one of those short stories. Of course, that was before I learned about novellas and Amazon short reads, which is my main thing these days. But learn a little something new every day. I might be going a little overboard with extras for Wriggle. I just want her to like me. I do want to learn everything I can about all my hobbies. Maybe that's a normal thing, maybe that's an autism thing, but I always get so excited when I can learn something new. Everything I can learn just gives me one more thing Oh, not for Wriggle. I don't know why I immediately went to Wriggle. I was just like, time to give you delicious food. She'll probably still like this, I think. I'd kind of like to save my eggs. And she seems to really like the Mio, so we're gonna just keep giving it to her. Well, hey, she still likes it. We had a bit of an issue earlier on stream. You weren't there for it, Dorotos. But I couldn't figure out how to make Chin stuff she liked. I kept making the grilled lampreys, and she hated it. I couldn't figure out why she hated it. I put honey in it. I thought I was doing everything right. I forgot to check what kind of drink she wanted. Meat is good. I am very excited about anything I can get with these characters. There is a card game I used to play called Weiss Schwarz that is actually doing a Touhou crossover, having a whole complete set with pretty custom art cards. And there is a card with Mystia and Kyoko, and I really want to get it when the set comes out. I don't play the card game anymore. I don't care for how unbalanced it got. It just ended up not being a fun time anymore. Which is a bit of a shame, considering that's how me and Dom met. But there's also a card of Wriggle in it, and I want her too. I kind of just want one of all the cards in the set. Which I admit is going to be probably more expensive than it's worth. But I want to have cards of all the characters I care about. Because this game, even though I know nothing about Touhou, really means the world to me. It's just my comfort game. This and Grand Bazaar, either the regular version or the Story of Seasons version, are absolutely my comfort games. They're perfect for after a long day when I'm stressed and I just need something to cheer me up. Imperishable Night. Yeah, I'll give it a look. Maybe I'll do it tonight, because I want to give it a little bit of time before I rewatch this stream. Edit out the little bit of dead air at the beginning. And figure out what kind of clips I want to make for, for TikTok and YouTube. But I'll definitely give it a look. I know some people were a bit upset about this game online. They were saying the characters weren't exactly, like, in character. I don't know how true that is, because this is pretty much my only experience with these characters' personalities. Because no personalities in Touhoumon. But from this perspective of the characters, they are some of my precious... I can't exactly call them friends, but there's something very precious to me. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. They must be pretty popular. I know I was checking out games on Steam because I was trying to figure out what I want to play for you guys in the future. I'm going to do a full playthrough of this first, but eventually I'm going to do something else. And I was like, what can I do? And in the process, I found out the creator of this game is doing a, is making a farm sim with the same kind of pixel art style, which is super exciting. It's not about Mystia, it's about, I guess, some kind of autumn sisters. I think one of them was named Aki. And just the fact that this creator is making more things has me so excited I can hardly stand it. I'm absolutely going to get the game when it comes out. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to be someone who can try out the early access. I would definitely do that on stream. Of course, that's wishful thinking. I'm still a newbie. I don't think I could get lucky enough to actually play, you know, a game like that. A game that was lucky enough to get its own anime so soon. But we'll see. But yeah, now that we're friends with Chin, we can talk to her and that'll give us some friendship points. And she tells us a bit about herself and being a yokai cat, which is kind of cool. The other thing we can do is we can invite her to our izakaya, which means we are more likely to get our special visitors to show up. Can we talk to... Oh yeah, we aren't going to get anything out of Rumia because we can't get any friendship points if there's no friendship to gain. As you can see, Rumia and Wriggle are both maxed at friendship until we get them to the next level. Touhou has always been really interesting to me. I know a friend back in... He was a childhood friend. I talked to him up to high school. We went our separate ways during college. But he was super into the games. Oh yeah, I forgot there was a quest. I haven't talked to him in a very long time. I kind of miss him, to be honest. He and his brother were really close childhood friends. Even when I moved away from where I grew up, we were super close, but once I moved back, we just kind of drifted apart. One of my more painful memories that I have is we were playing Samurai Warriors 3. And that's still one of my favorite games, but unfortunately, I got a little too excited about a non-canon couple, Hideyoshi and Oichi. I love their interactions. They're my favorites. But we should get some more eggs. But yeah, what happened was I was just like, aw, because they were too cute. I couldn't help myself. And my friend, what he said to me was, don't do that. You're not cute. And I'm just like, excuse me? Like, who says that? We didn't really talk much after that. I think that was kind of the nail in the coffin. Okay, so we've given Chin what she likes, if I recall. Lord knows my memory is not up to snuff. Okay, we gotta feed Wriggle and Rumia. Yes, Phantom Police! Like, I get it. My ship isn't for everyone. I'm completely understanding of it. But I just kind of want to be respected. I don't think that's asking a lot, to be honest. I don't know. I at least hope he's doing well. I heard he didn't do too well in college. He had a full scholarship to one of those Ivy League schools, but apparently life hit him hard once he was finally on his own, and he fell off hard from what I've heard. Granted, it's been a good 10 years since I heard anything about him. I wish him the best. I hope he's doing well. But my memories of him are still just a little bit soured. I guess that's how it goes sometimes. Some people are only in your life for a stage of your life. They help you grow and change in some ways. And then sometimes it's just best to move on. Thinking of a couple old friends and my ex-husband when I say that. Don't get me wrong, I do not miss my ex-husband. I do not want him in my life at all. I do not want to know anything about him. But I don't think I would have been the person I am today if it hadn't been for him. I wouldn't have heard of streaming, I don't think. I wouldn't have gotten certain interests. But he also caused a lot more harm than good. Ooh, I messed that one up. Honestly, in the end, I think I'm exactly where I need to be now. I don't have to worry about finances as much anymore. I don't have to worry about finding a job I feel stable at that won't overwhelm me. And I have interests that I care enough to pursue. Definitely would not have been there in the past. Everything's changing, but everything is getting better, so... Oh yeah, what kind of drinks does Chen want? She wants dry this time. I wish she would stop flip-flopping between dry and fruity, but... I'm not Chen, so I can't control what she wants. I don't know why it defaults me over there. Because on the Switch, it defaults you on the food instead of the ingredients, I think. Of course, you never pay too much attention to anything until you're actually doing it. I do love the music, though. I wonder how much of this was made by one person, like Stardew Valley, or if it was made by a team. It's all in Japanese, so I can't really read it on the Steam page. But I get curious. Hey, Wriggle's here. No meat, no aquatic, no greasy. So we can at least make it peculiar and sweet for her. And maybe I'm a little premature with cooking for her, but if she's going to have to eat this anyways, I might as well cook it and make it the best I can for her. My throwing ran out. Well, in the end, she liked it, so I count that as a win. If I can actually make Wriggle like that, I might keep feeding that to her. I figured if someone didn't like an ingredient, or like how she doesn't like that it's mild, she wouldn't eat it, or wouldn't give you the most favorable rating. But apparently I was wrong, so we're all learning things today. I do want to apologize that the stream was a little weird at first. I thought I had the settings set up. I did some test videos before this, but I guess it didn't exactly work out. Because once I tried to stream, I was a little too loud, my pop filter was a little too close, I didn't have a good setup. I had to move things around, so I'm surprised we actually got started mostly on time, and kind of relieved, because I would have been so embarrassed if I hyped up actually streaming for the first time in so long, and then I messed it up. I would have been mortified. Special thanks to Two-Faced for sticking up with me, putting up with all my BS, and helping me last minute. I don't think I could have gotten the stream ready without him. Yeah, I had 2 minutes to spare, and I am still incredibly embarrassed. Oh, Rumi is here. How do we cook what she wants? Tofu and chili, that's easy enough. Ooh, we're running out of tofu, though. But yeah, I'm so mortified that I didn't plan this better. Planning has never been my strong suit, but I wanted this to be good for you guys. Rumia, let me feed you. But yeah, I don't know if I would have actually done the stream if it hadn't been for Two-Faced. I was so scared of how things would have turned out. But if I keep getting scared like that, I know I'm never going to achieve the things I want in life. Fear has held me back for too long. It's made me think, oh, no one wants to listen to me. No one wants to see a PNG tuber. They want this, they want that. I was so close to making a femboy VTuber and playing a role and being anything but myself because I thought that's what people wanted. But now that I'm here with you guys, I'm feeling comfortable in my own skin. I'm happy I did this. I'm relieved I did this the way I did. And I'm so thankful for all the support I had. I know I'm starting small, but I'm happy I'm here. I'm grateful I didn't give up. Because there were so many times over the past week I could have thought, well, it's been longer than 2 weeks because of the whole VTuber fiasco. There were so many times I could have given up and said, oh, I'm not good enough. Or listened to the people on Twitter who said no one wants to see, you know, an avatar that isn't custom. But despite everything, I decided to be brave and I decided to be here with you. And I couldn't be happier. I want to keep streaming. I want to give everything my best shot and not give up. So if you guys could join me for that journey, I don't think anything would make me happier. Thank you, TsuruDraws. I know it's not 100% me, because in real life, I'm not as blue, pink, and white as I'd like yet, but that's at least something I can work towards and still be myself. And honestly, I have had a lot of fun drawing my avatar. He's what I want to be. And I know that kind of person isn't for everyone. I'm not for everyone. But I think if I was at least good enough for myself, that would be a perfect start. And hey, we're doing pretty good making enough money for Chin. I was a little worried without the DLC foods, but I guess it all worked out in the end. I am gonna have to find a comfier position to stream in because my legs are falling asleep. I never sit in a comfy position. I'm always crossing my legs or laying down on the couch and getting a crick in my back. I'm too old for this, I swear. Chin worrying about her cats is so cute. I love her. Everyone is getting invited. I'm still just a little bit giddy. This doesn't entirely feel real. I really just had to push myself to keep doing the things I love. Because if I don't push myself, they're not going to get done. Veer and me are old acquaintances. But one of these days, I'm going to be able to work past it and be the kind of person I really want to be. Meow. Okay, so maybe I do have a soft spot for Chin because of her love for cats. I can relate to that. Maybe I don't relate to her tsundere tendencies, since that's not really the kind of person I am anymore. I'd like to think I'm soft as a marshmallow, hence the name Marshmallow Ichi, but I think that's not exactly up for me to decide what I'm like. I think I'm going to keep going for a little bit longer, at least until we paid off the first debt. Do we have to give anybody anything specific? Nope. Okay, so we'll go with that. That's always good for money. I only have 3 spots, so we'll do that and that, I guess? Sorry, thinking. All the cat gifts. I know I'm a little bit behind. Oh yay, Chin is finally off. Oh gosh, we still have a week left. We'll see how long I keep streaming in that case. Thought more time had passed than that. I'm not entirely sure how long any of my streams are gonna go for. But I just want to give it my all. But yeah, Chin is going to give us a bigger store so we can have more customers. It gets a little bit busier, a little bit more hectic, but I think it's still really fun. When you get the level 3 Izakaya, that's when it gets really hectic. It can be a bit of a struggle keeping up with everyone, but it's also just relaxing. Because honestly, the goals in this game aren't actually too hard to hit, except for, like I said, fighting the final boss. Most of it is just you chilling out, taking your time. I can really respect that. But yep, another day with the Izakaya open. Admittedly, I'm thinking about the beef pasta Two-Face promised to make me after the stream. Because I know I had a meatball sub, but I can't stop thinking about food. For a long time, I felt ashamed eating. I would stop eating. I wouldn't eat anything. And I got pretty underweight during college. It was pretty bad. Since marrying my husband, or being with him in general, I've really started to accept the fact that I love food. I have texture sensitivity issues, but I really, really love food. I get into enjoying the stuff I care about. And I'm grateful I can be with someone who accepts me the way that I am. My parents will make fun of my texture sensitivity issues. They'll make fun of me anytime I say the word texture because they think it's so funny. Because they don't have any issues. Oh, Marissa's visiting. I don't think... Nope, we do not have mushrooms, so I'm not entirely sure what to feed her. I guess we'll just give her some grilled lamprey. But yeah, I'm grateful I can be in a place where I feel comfortable eating whatever I want. Oh yeah, she likes Japanese food. I could have given her a rice ball. Ooh, she did not care for that. Oh, she likes hot. Okay. So, is this hot? That's spicy. I don't think we have anything to make it hot, so we're just gonna have to try a rice ball, because we do not have mushrooms. Yes, I do eat a ton of noodles. It's my favorite thing to get at the restaurant I work at. I get a kid's meal with steak and noodles, and it's a lot of food for what it is. You only have to pay $10, but it's... okay. She actually liked that. Yeah, it's a lot of good food, and I feel comfortable eating it. And if I ever feel like mixing it up, I'll have sushi. So it's not like I'm eating the same thing every day. I think I do enjoy things a little too much because Two-Face will tease me about my expression while I'm eating. I don't think we have the power kebab yet, actually. Yeah, we sure don't. Rumi is here. So, we'll see what she wants, because she's either going to want meat or she's going to want signature, which means she's going to want lamprey. So we'll see. Signature dishes, which is lamprey. She does like peculiar, so we're going to add that on. Yeah, it feels weird starting a new game, because I'm like, where are all my recipes? I want to take care of everybody, but I can't. Not yet, anyways. Oh, but she seemed okay with it, so I'll count that as a win. And she gives us meat as a reward. I'll always accept meat as a reward. I'm totally a carnivore. Everything I eat has to have meat. Okay. In that case, she wants something raw, so we'll do that maybe? We'll see how she feels about it. Oh, rice bowl with raw meat? Didn't even think about that. Oh, it just has to have lamprey in it somewhere? Goodness, I'm learning all the things. You'd think with as many times as I played this game, I would know all the tips and tricks, but apparently not. Apparently I still have a way to go. I am jealous of Mystia getting the free meat. I would love to have... If I could have anything I want, there would be this fancy restaurant I went to only once, but I actually got to try Wagyu beef there, and I was amazed with how it melted in my mouth. It was a little bit expensive. I don't think I'll ever actually get to go there on my own budget, but actually getting to try such expensive food really blew my mind. And the pecan pie I had after dinner, oh, that was to die for. I've been really picky about pecan pie ever since my grandma, God rest her soul, convinced me to try it. And it was just the best darn thing. Because she did it with less of the jello-y, gelatinous filling and more nuts throughout, so it had less of a texture I didn't vibe with. Yeah, I thought it had to be like a dish specifically with lamprey to be a signature dish, but learning something new every day. I know the individual like NPCs have things they prefer, but I don't know if it's worth going for their preferences. If anyone knows, I'd love to hear in the comments. Oh, by the way, are you all still able to hear me all right? I kind of sat back on the couch, so I stopped crossing my legs. But I want to make sure I'm still able to be heard. Good to know. I'll keep that in mind. Kicking my feet in time with the music because it's just so catchy. Okay, I'm still sounding fine. Good to hear. I should get, like, a better table for streaming. Because when I used to stream, I did it on my husband's computer. I'm kind of relieved the stream hasn't crashed because my computer, for the longest time, it's been randomly going black screen of death. And I saw it was a Windows 11 thing. But I still looked for any solution I could find, anything that would work. And I eventually saw that there was a way to check for corrupted files. And my computer actually found some corrupted files. I fixed them. I'm hoping that will be enough to keep things consistent. Ooh, we got some mushrooms in case Marissa ever came back. But I'm just relieved the stream hasn't crashed, because that was another thing I was worried about for my first stream. Because I just didn't... I wanted it all to go perfect. I've always been a bit of a perfectionist, and I know perfection is the opposite of done. But I wanted it all to go right. Yeah, I guess it's because specifically the egg is raw, maybe? I know, like, some people will have a dish and just add a raw egg to it at the end. But I've never tried it. I don't really like raw things. The thought of a raw egg kind of grosses me out. I'd rather have, you know, scrambled mixed in with, like, noodles or something delicious like that. But that's just me. Always think about food. You're probably going to hear me talk a lot about food, but I think it can be forgiven because this is a cooking game. At least that's what I'm hoping anyways. My voice is getting a little bit dry, so I think after this day, we're going to stop the stream. We didn't quite get to the end of the first part of the story, but I think we can do that next time if y'all want to try. If y'all wanted to come back and listen to me ramble on again, Lord knows I'd be happy to hang out with you guys some more. Oh yeah, and we have the level 2 cabin. So that means more tables, more profit. And we'll see. Oh wow, you're actually tired for a change? Maybe if you actually went to bed at a decent hour, that wouldn't happen. I say that, but I'm actually really worried about him because he doesn't take care of himself. I want him to be okay. He's supported me through so much, and I want to be able to support him in turn. We'll just add the other two in case we want to make any specific dishes. Oh, you always have to be so stubborn. Take care of yourself. No worries. I appreciate you all being here in whatever capacity you're able to be here. I think I'm a little drowsy myself. I might take a nap after this. I'm at least at the point where I'm not napping every day like I used to. I was kind of sleeping away my problems, which wasn't healthy. But I was just so overwhelmed by life at the time that I didn't really know what else to do. But I'm hoping, you know, with the way things are now, I can actually stay awake most of the days. I worked a lot this week. It was pretty hectic being the 4th of July week, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of slack and take a nap or two on my days off before things start back up again. Because I have nothing wrong with people taking naps. You know, do whatever you gotta do to take care of yourself. But for me, I really was sleeping my problems away, and I wasn't taking care of myself the way I should have. I'm hoping I'm doing a little bit better taking care of myself, though I'm sure Two-Face would argue with that. I keep checking the screen every now and then to see how things are loading. Because I keep worrying it's going to be behind or something. I don't know why I'm worried about that. It's never happened before. But I've also not streamed in 4 years. Wriggle's back. We'll do this with some meat. And add all that. And I think Wriggle will like that. But yeah, I think there's a difference between taking care of yourself and letting yourself rest when you need to, and getting so overwhelmed by life that you just sleep it off. Which is definitely not healthy. And it's something I'm still working on. But I think my schedule is at least getting somewhat normal. I say as I typically sleep till 2 in the afternoon and stay up till 3 a.m. I mean, as long as I'm getting enough sleep, when I sleep really doesn't matter, I don't think. Oopsie. That wasn't perfect. Yeah, I think my hands are getting a little tired. So yeah, we'll finish this night at the Izakaya. We'll call it a night. I'll figure out where I'm going to raid. Hopefully send some of you kind viewers off to check on someone else if you so choose. If not, that is 100% fine too. But I don't think I remember how to rate people. I have not done any raids in a very long time. Because it's just /raid and then you just select somebody, right? That's how that works? Hoping someone in the chat knows. Let's see, Rumia probably wants meat or signature. We're gonna find out in just a minute. She wants something raw, so what we'll do is this, like that. Oops, that was not the right button. It's alright if not, I can just end the stream normally and we'll figure it out next time. Oh goodness, people got hungry. But yeah, we'll set up some food for folks to eat. And then we will deliver some food to Rumia. She wants a soda. Chen wants a dry drink. The answer to both is this. You wanted that. Trying to not get distracted and miss someone's order. Because it just feels a little bit different playing it here as opposed to on my Switch. Maybe it's just me being not used to the controls, but it feels different. We'll just make that for Rumia. I think that'll do. Let's see, she wants fruity, she wants bitter. That should do the trick. We are running out of ingredients again. Hopefully next stream I remember to purchase some more stuff to start us off with. And if not, hopefully one of you guys remember to remind me. But yay, we're making everybody happy. That's all I really want. I want to make a difference, and I want to make people happy. But I also want to do it in a way where I make myself happy, too. I've spent so long putting myself down and not caring how I feel to take care of other people. Like how in my old streams I would pause mid-stream to answer calls from my mom. And I really just, I need to take better care of myself. I need to be kind to myself. And just treat myself the way I want to treat other people. Of course, that's a bit of a challenge, but I'll figure it out sooner or later. If I can get this far, I think I can do anything. I swear, when it gets like this, they only want, like, one dish. We'll make that for Chin. And of course, once I complain, they want something else. That's the way that it goes, isn't it? I miss one of the particular helpers you can get late game who can just instantly give people their drinks. I think I got a little too used to that luxury. Let's see, we need to make that again. Everybody's hungry tonight. She wants a fruity drink again. And now we just gotta get some tofu made. But yeah, I'll do some more research on how to do certain things between this stream and my next stream, just so I can give you guys a better experience. And hopefully, like, if you guys have any advice that you guys know of, feel free to, if you don't want to say here, feel free to Discord it to me, or wherever you guys want to talk to me. Because I really just want to learn everything I can and give you guys my best. I don't want to say performance, because that's not what this is. Just my best shot, I suppose. It does definitely feel nice to be streaming again after so long. I know I keep saying that, but it just... I'm still in disbelief that I actually worked up the courage to try this again. And maybe it didn't work out the way I thought it would. Maybe I didn't do everything I thought I could. But I'm taking steps. And I will never stop being impressed with myself for that, when it's so much easier to hide away and give up. But hey, we made it to level 10 and we're making some decent profit. And I got an achievement. I'm gonna save. And this is where we're gonna stop the stream. Thank you all for coming to see me. It was a blast having you all here. And you all take care, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Until next time, Marshmallow Ichi out. Bye-bye!